It is stipulated in the constitution that men and women are equal, but women emancipation is still a struggle in Uganda. The introduction of woman MP seat in parliament, having more girls go to university, are some of the moves government has taken to promote affirmative action. But does Evelyn Anite's gesture of kneeling before the president undermine the woman?
You need to start thinking of someone else, or you people, as young people. I'm really concerned about young leadership.
We're already in the leadership. He's grooming us, he's teaching us the new ideas. He's teaching us the ideology of the party. We need to understand his party, because everyone wants to understand that there is a party called NRM, and this party called NRM has ideology. And what's its ideology? So is it something that you need to associate with? So for us, the young people, we're in the process of learning. And I want to tell you, every young person who is in NRM is more than willing to understand the ideology of NRM. Because the president himself said, yes, I'll not be here forever, but I need to teach you. So he's literally teaching us. If you can see, at this time, day and time, that we go to Kyankwanzi, and the president is still teaching us of the 4 core principles of NRM. That is nationalism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. And there are people, even senior colleagues, senior members of parliament, or senior people in NRM, who do not know and do not understand or grasp the concept or the ideology of the party.
So you're saying young people do better in understanding the ideology of the party, and these are the people the president wants to groom?
No. It's all about learning. It's the interest. So for us, the young people, we have some interest in learning the ideology of the party. The president calls us the new resistance movement.
But still, I think by now, Honorable Anite, really you should be having a picture in your mind of who can replace the president.
I told you,
at least within NRM.
We'll cross the bridge when we reach there. Why should we think
looks
about
like
who?
We're near.
No, we're not. We've just given him another five terms of office. 5 years.
Yes, and 5 years for me it's
well,
small. We're going to get there very soon.
We're going to give him another term.
We're already at the bridge.
Well, you can never know whether we're going to give him another term. So, but just to say this, the president is still available. I can't wish him away. It's just like telling me I should wish my parents away when they're there. That's okay. What are you going to do without your parents? I can't wish them away. They are there, and therefore I have to take opportunity of benefiting from their brains.
Do you think we should have like a collective kind of responsibility to pick these people, or should it be a competitive process even within the party, because there seems to be no competition for the president? Are you okay with that, and why?
There is competition within the party. First of all, you should know this. What we did in Kyankwanzi was not to say that we don't want competition within the party. What we did was to say this is our candidate. And we are very fully aware that we still have other organs of the party. We still have the SEC, we still have the NEC to decide. NRM Parliamentary Caucus is but just an organ of the National Resistance Movement. So our decision is not final. We have said this is our candidate, and we've given them the justification. And so we know that the people in other organs of the party who are going to look at our resolution, because we've passed it on to them, they have to look into the resolution and then think through whether they buy our idea. If they don't, then they will fill in their own candidate. But for us, we said, well, as an organ of the party, we feel President Museveni should be our sole candidate. We have not closed the doors for other people. The doors are still open. And I want to tell you this. Why, of all people in NRM, that we zero down on His Excellency the President, is because we know we're going to face other people. We're going to face people in opposition.
So let's talk about separation of powers. Because
how does separation of powers come to in the motion?
Not necessarily in the motion. Now this connects to, I mean, this act of yours of kneeling down really is the reason why many people know you right now. I mean, more people know you right now.
Are they Africans?
But it seems Ugandans. I think that has conflicted the separation of powers, idea you know, because now it's like you're putting, through that act, it's like you're putting the legislature under the executive. You're kind of bending law.
Look here, I didn't act like parliament. I acted like Anite, who is an NRM flag bearer, to say, and who supports President Museveni. And above all,
you're an MP.
Yes, I agree, but I was in NRM retreat, caucus retreat. I was not with other legislators. If I was in the parliament, for instance, and we had members of the opposition, our rules demand that when you're speaking, you stand up, not that you kneel down.
Yes.
Okay? That's what our rules demand. But we don't have such a rule in our caucus. Now, I acted in the spirit of Africanism. In our culture, even the Baganda culture, let's come back to Uganda. We'll just leave alone the whole Africa as a continent. Let's come back. The Baganda culture, even my culture as a Kakwa, when I'm speaking to an elder, I can't just stand and hold myself akimbo to request anything from a big person. It was a request, it was an appeal to the president.
But whatever you did could have also shown, it could be also a gesture of either, you know, being desperate or idolizing, or is it a move, you know, to get closer, even closer to the president? What was it exactly? People have mixed feelings on this, really.
Yes,
it's good that you're here, you're able to explain.
Exactly. I actually have been telling them, unless these guys are not Africans, I would get a problem with a white who stands up and says, why did you have to kneel down? But if you're an African, and you know that every African woman, if they must talk to an elder, they have to go on their knees, then you have to actually be the first person to stand up for me and say, yes, what you did was a very good job.
Now, but you don't kneel for everyone who is senior to you.
Who says?
This is the first time we've seen you, and you've addressed many senior people before in public.
Who says? You've not seen me, then you have to start watching me. If it is something that is so dear and coming from my heart, and I wasn't sure that the president was going to accept, I needed to appeal to him that, look here, Your Excellency, you've done a tremendous job. The country needs you. Unless you start looking at the scene as a party, as opposed to government, then you will not understand. Because the only way you can understand the way I knelt down for the president to urge him or to appeal to him to offer himself, that please offer yourself. This time it's not him who is saying that I want to stand, it is us.
And now, just to wrap this interview up, what's your intention for 2016?
I have to continue with leading my country. I still believe that I have all the energy and ability to lead the people that believe that I belong to them. That's the people of Koboko, and they've made 1,000+ calls to see indeed that I come and contest with them, and I can't let them down.
Honorable Anite, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I can only wish you luck on that one.
Thank you very much, and I can assure you I'll be there in the 10th Parliament.
Well, we'll see. 2016 is almost here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Razia Athman. Urban Today continues.